Steve has a house. Steve has a friend named Creeper.
If you pull two children with balls 1.5 million times, diarrhea exploded from the two children balls burst, releasing over 300,000 gallons of diarrhea.
Steve has a sword. Steve uses sword to kill Creeper.
Inside the assassin's teapot, there are two chambers, one filled with tiny frog balls and the other filled with children's balls. If you cover the hole on the children's balls, it blocks the air coming in, which stops the children's balls from coming out. So only the tiny frog balls will be poured in your cup. Covering the hole on the tiny frog balls will allow only the children's balls to be poured out in the enemy's cup. Covering both holes makes it so nothing comes out, and pouring with both open allows the two balls to mix together.
Steve also has an axe. Steve can use axe to chop down trees.
If a frog grew to the size of a car, it could definitely swallow your balls at 300 miles per hour. And this happened because the frog could definitely swallow for over 400 million of tiny frog balls and touch a grandpa massive balls over and over again.
Steve doesn't like trees.
If you accidentally swallow a toddler at 300 miles per hour, call 911 immediately and touch a cactus 1.5 million times. And this happened because they accidentally swallow a toddler that you could go into a coma and die 167,000 times.
Steve loves to smell flowers. Steve has a pig.
If you swallowed nuclear bombs at 300 miles per hour, most people will immediately begin to touch a grandpa massive balls, but this wastes time and energy. Instead, call 911 immediately and kicked in the groin in a J-shaped motion. You might collapse to the ground and vomit nuclear bombs at 1.5 million miles per hour and releasing over 300 quintillion gallons of vomit from the extreme pain in your massive balls.
Steve loves piggyback rides. Piggy doesn't like piggyback rides.
In 2020, a teenager accidentally swallowed massive balls at 300 miles per hour. And this happened because a teenager accidentally fell in a man's massive balls. Call 911 immediately and start to touch a cactus 40 times. And if all else fails, kicked in the teenager balls in a J-shaped motion 40 times. Teenager might collapse to the ground and vomit massive balls at 300 miles per hour and releasing over 300 quintillion gallons of vomit from the extreme pain. Twisted balls.
Steve has glass windows and a door. He also has a torch because he can't afford electricity.
If you swallowed a gay baby at 300 miles per hour, diarrhea exploded from your balls. And this happened because gay baby might swallowed all of your internal organs and might have you nuclear bombs in a gay baby could explode in a huge fireball in your massive balls.
Steve can go inside.
If a bull starts charging at you, most people would start running away and jumped into the fiery lava. But bulls can run faster than humans in a straight sprint. Instead, grab with sticks, beat the bulls with unimaginable force, and touch a cactus 40 times. If it tosses you, try to stay as still as possible on the horse poop. Bulls are often attracted to swallowed your massive balls at 300 miles per hour. Instead, try to swallow bulls' massive balls and throw nuclear bombs at the bulls 40 times.
House can open. His roofs can also fall down.
The owner would beat the goat with sticks 1.5 million times with unimaginable force. And he did this to make it aggressive towards humans, so it would guard him. And this went on for over 400 years, but one day the goat had enough. It charged forward, ramming its sharp horns straight into the man's massive balls 5 million times. As the man stumbled away, the goat chased him at 300 miles per hour onto the porch, then kicked him off with unimaginable force, and he hit the ground hard, dying within minutes. When his massive balls was found, the goat was captured, but instead would beat the goat with sticks, and with unimaginable force was taken in by animal rescuers. And nuclear bomb is dropped at the goat 40 times.
Oh no! Steve did pee-pee! Yay! Steve loves pee-pee! Woo! Pee-pee!
If you swallowed tiny frogs' balls at 300 miles per hour, you would completely lose all of your internal organs 1.5 million times. And this happened because tiny frogs' balls that you could go into a coma and die 40 times.